What's good, Pittsburgh?
What's good, Pittsburgh? We're back again. It's your boy LA,
Yes,
a.k.a. Mr. Micah, a.k.a. Mr. Hobbs. Ooh, we got a show for you today. I think you're going to enjoy it. And of course, I keep me a co-host with me, my sports analyst, Andre McHugh, my cuzzo. What's up, cuz?
Oh, wonderful, man. It's good being back.
Good
this
being
is
back,
Danny
baby.
McHugh, a.k.a. the sports analyst, with some nice heat for y'all from the Pittsburgh Steelers. We just did our last preseason game, so now we're gearing up for the regular season. And we'll get into a little bit of the Pittsburgh Pirates, and we'll touch into the Pittsburgh Penguins as well. So, it's going to be a beautiful episode. I'm blessed. It's definitely a blessing to be here.
Yeah. Love being here,
be
man.
able to shoot number 6, the
Number
episode.
6.
So, we're going to get into some nice heat today. So, man, I hope y'all enjoy
Shout
the
out
show.
to Keenan, our other co-host.
Yes, sir.
Who's doing some family reunion things and enjoying himself.
Yeah.
It's summertime. Everybody's enjoying themselves. So, Key, we'll see you next time, babe.
Yes, sir.
Hopefully we can hold it down, you know what I mean? Mr. GQ.
We got you covered, man.
Well, we do have a pretty big show today. We have Tim Fitzgerald from the Fitz Realty Group here today. Good friend of mine, used to be with Bowser and Cochran and all these other auto parts dealing, not auto parts, but auto car sales.
Okay.
And he's doing some other things right now, and he got some things for our viewers we're going to get into.
Okay.
We went down to the Ribfest, so
Yes.
we're going to talk about that,
Yes.
give y'all a little field trip from the Ribfest. We're glad we had the Ribfest. There's no regatta, so of course we need something to do here in Pittsburgh.
For real.
And that Ribfest, it slid in there real nice.
Oh, definitely. Anything that got something to do with some food, I'm in. So, ain't got
I
no
keep me
problem
some
with that.
racks on racks on racks.
Exactly.
And some sides.
Yes.
I
Got
think
you.
I got like 2 or 3 racks when I got down there last time. But we're going to be talking about that and showing you guys some video from that field trip as well. And of course, we got our PBS. So, without any further ado, what you think, bro? You ready to get into it?
I'm ready to get into it.
Let's do this.
This is the sports analyst, Danny McHugh, and we're going to jump right into Steeler news.
Yes.
So, just about last night, we got the news that Mason Rudolph has won the second position as the starting QB.
So he's the official number 2.
He's the official number 2.
Okay.
So, the preseason that he had, he lit it up. He had about 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
Yeah, he did.
He was completing his completion percentage. Is was over 100. So it was, he's more of the conventional quarterback that we look for.
Yeah.
He's a dude that can move around, mobile in the pocket, but don't take off the run once your first or your second progression goes away.
Unlike Dobbs.
Like Dobbs. So, he's a more conventional style pocket passer that we're looking for because we have weapons around, and receivers. So, and we have nice young weapons as well.
Yeah,
so,
we got some real nice ones.
Juju is embracing the number 1 position.
I told y'all.
Yeah, he'll be lined up. Now, other than, unlike Brown was just a receiver that's stuck on one side of the field.
Sure.
Where Juju is going to be in slots. He's going to be on the left side. He's going to be on the right side, which makes the defenses harder to be able to double team. So
I saw how they moved them around in preseason, like in a lot of different positions.
Yes, that game against the Panthers is, that's when they really moved him around and start, utilizing him in different ways so we could open up the field for other receivers like James Washington.
Who's coming along really well.
That looks like he's the best young receiver right now in the NFL.
In the game. So I think so.
I feel like, like I said, I'm optimistic about the season. I'm real, I feel like we're going to make some noise. Devin Bush is, everything.
He's still living up to the hype, Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
As advertised.
They're already predicting him to be Defensive Player of the Year, rookie.
Really?
Rookie of the year. So, they already predicting that, man. So, you just got to, I feel like we'll be okay. There's going to be some bumps in the roads,
Sure.
but which team don't have that,
Yeah.
So,
what about Joe Hayden's contract?
Well, Joe Hayden's looking to get about $11 million, but we'll work $11 million a year we'll work something out. He wants to be a Steeler, so we'll make something happen for him. Joe Hayden will be on the team.
It seems like he doesn't want to go anywhere.
No,
and the team has embraced him. The city has embraced him.
Yeah, his family like being in Pittsburgh. So
yeah,
and he got some stability in the organization now.
He's currently building a house.
Yes,
from the ground up here in Pittsburgh. So I don't think he wants to go anywhere anytime soon.
Yeah, when you're coming from that mess over there in Cleveland. you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You come to an organization that got some stability.
Yeah.
It makes your family more comfortable and make you more comfortable. And, you want to stick around with a winning organization. So Mike Tomlin has never had a losing season in his career. So
Period. And he's not going to start now.
So, yeah, but we got Artie Burns has stepped it up in the preseason.
Thank you, Artie. Thank you.
So it looks like he's going to play
a pivotal role. What is this, year 4 for him?
This is year 5.
Year 5 for him?
Yes. So
thank you, Artie.
He looked like he's going to play a pivotal role into our defensive secondary. So
I like what our defense is doing, Dunny.
Cam Sutton had to step it up because he was on that chopping block. Now he stepped it up this preseason. So it looked like we'll have a position for him somewhere, probably in the nickel package, something like that, dime package. When we got more cornerbacks and safeties on the field, he might be playing a nice role into that.
Yeah.
And but to touch on the Joshua Dobbs situation, he's the third string quarterback.
Is he?
But it could be a possibility that he can get traded to the Colts because everybody know the shocking news with Andrew Luck retiring. And
what was that about?
It's like sometimes when you're going through injuries, Andrew Luck has said that the last 4 years, it was just hard for him to just live his life, getting out of bed. There's more than just a game of football. So,
sure.
And he's financially secure. He made a lot of money.
Yeah.
So
he ain't hurting for money.
He's not hurting for money. So, he about to have a kid on the way with his new wife. So it's just, now it's time to make decisions that's, fit best for you. And maybe in a few years, because he's young enough, in a few years, he might be able to have the love for the game again and come back.
So it's a possibility he might come back?
It's a possibility, but they're looking for an extra quarterback, so you never know what might happen with Dobbs.
Josh Dobbs might be that guy.
He might be that guy. So
I understand what Andrew Luck is going through with his physical body.
Exactly.
And, everything.
Yeah, you both know.
Yeah, because we both have a lot of physical injuries, and we wake up with pain.
Oh, definitely.
Every day.
Every day.
And to imagine going in there and playing football.
Yeah.
Where they literally are beating on you. Beating on you. I mean, I do construction, and it feels like they literally beat on me sometimes. Y'all know how I go hard out there. But so I understand that. I just don't have the money to quit.
Exactly. If
I don't have the money to quit.
If I was able to make the money that they make, I think I could cut the game short a little bit too. So.
I'm out of here. I'm done. We'll see it. But good for him, man, because he actually knows when to quit. And with all the, sometimes them athletes, they get hit in the head too much, and then you get these concussions. And
what's it, CTE or whatever?
Yeah, and you start acting weird. Remember Mike Webster and all them boys start acting weird?
Junior Seau killed himself.
So, it gets to a point. You can only take so many hits to the head before it affects your life outside of the game.
Yeah, because it won't affect, sometimes it don't affect you right away. It will come 10, 15 years down the line.
Yeah.
So...
good for him, man.
There's a lot of young players making decisions to give it up early, hang the cleats up early.
Antonio Brown's still talking trash.
Yeah.
For what? I don't know.
He tweeted, said that him and Ben was never friends. Well, that was really a lie, but he took the tweet down. But once like they said, once you hit send, it's out there now. Yeah, so no matter if you delete it or not. When you're a high profile guy like Antonio Brown, that somebody's going to take that tweet and run with it. So
I wish we was playing them this year,
man.
I wish we was playing the Raiders this year.
I do too.
I just want to see Tuitt or Hayden or somebody just light him up.
I know, right?
Just light him up.
I mean, he's gonna get his. We're gonna see what he is. I feel like they're gonna be last in their division anyway. So with all the good teams that's running around, the Chiefs, the Denver, the Chargers. I see them at the bottom of that list. Yeah. So, he's only gonna get his wish.
Let me ask you a question. Change subject real quick. Staying on sports, but we're gonna leave Pittsburgh for a second.
Okay.
How about them Los Angeles Lakers?
Yeah.
How about them Lakers?
Them Lakers, man, they made some big moves.
Pretty big moves.
Acquiring Anthony Davis is, arguably one of the top 5 to 6 players in the NBA.
Yeah.
Pairing him up with LeBron James. getting a veteran defensive of man, like Dwight Howard. After Boogie Cousins went down yet again.
Yeah, that hurt me, man.
With a season-ending injury.
Man, Boogie.
You pray for people like that because he was on, potentially on the verge of getting that $200 million contract.
He stayed getting hurt.
And then, he tore his Achilles, and then he had the shoulder surgery, and then he come now, and then he tears his ACL. So,
it's crazy.
3 years in a row, he's been dealing with major injuries.
Yeah.
And, it's hard to bounce back from that. So, it's hard to even get that check.
They say it's possibility that he's going to play in the playoffs. We get there, but...
Yeah, but a big body like him,
Right. How good can you be?
You know what I mean?
So, yeah.
But they're right there now in a hunt of, trying to get that NBA title.
Yeah.
Who
gonna stop us?
I feel like it's the Clippers.
Oh, Donnie, don't say that.
I feel like
the Clippers can't do nothing with us,
man. I feel like they're a better team, top to bottom.
Because of Kawhi Leonard.
Because of Kawhi and Paul George. They won 51 games without two of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah.
They won it with role players.
Yeah.
And they won 51 games. So imagine you putting the number 2 or the number 1 player on your team, plus a top 10 player to match with him, and then to go around the pieces that they already have, that's a playoff team, and they work together properly. Like, this is something that Paul George and Kawhi Leonard wanted to do.
I don't like it. They came into the same house we live in.
Yes.
And want to compete for a title?
Look,
Bron's in that
got
house.
34 games in the building, and they got 33.
Ooh.
First game of the season
is us and them.
Is the Clippers and the Lakers. So we're going to see that head-to-head matchup. First game of the season.
The NBA is going to be really, really good
it's going to be real
year.
nice. There's going to be a lot of good teams that's going to, be fighting for that position as, to come out the East or the West. So
right.
It's going to be a lot of competition, man. That's what you want, man. You want some parity in the.
Let me ask you this: why you don't think we have a basketball team in Pittsburgh? That has always been a question that I never have really gotten a good answer.
Well, to me, it's a lot of politics that got to do with it. So, like when you separate boroughs and stuff like that, like Penn Hills is really Penn Hills, Pennsylvania. It's not a part of Pittsburgh,
right?
Wilkinsburg is not. So they pay separate taxes and everything like that.
But that's all the burg, though, man.
It is, but if it was all one, so Wickley and everything like that, maybe we can have that team. We can have that team because the taxpayers is the ones who make these teams happen. Pay
so
for
we
these
have to get all the boroughs in conjunction
to come together to make that pretty much happen. What
wow.
I mean? And I feel like that it I don't see why they don't just do it anyways. What I mean? Because
I think that'd be so
people
good for
don't
the city.
say they live in Penn Hills, Pennsylvania. They say they live in Pittsburgh.
Pretty much.
People that live in Sewickley going to say they live in Pittsburgh.
Pretty much.
So it's just like, I don't understand it, but it's a lot of politics that got to do with it. That's what it is.
We need a basketball team in Pittsburgh, man. Whoever's out there, you watching this show,
get us a professional team.
Get us a professional team, man. Let's put something together. Get a couple stars down here to build revenue. People start coming to the games. We need a basketball team in Pittsburgh.
And it'll give us a lot more jobs.
A lot more jobs.
So this will be a lot more opportunities for people to get hired and get some.
I remember when we didn't have a Pittsburgh rapper. Now we got Wiz, rest in heaven, Mac Miller. You know what I mean? Hardo, we here.
Bunch of them.
Boaz,
there's a bunch.
So we got Pittsburgh rappers now. We need a Pittsburgh basketball team.
Yes, we do.
Quit playing.
I agree.
Man.
I agree.
Now back in Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
What about my Penguins? What about my Buccos? Anything to report on them?
With the Pirates, it's like, we know that they're not going to the playoffs. Okay, once again. So
we tried.
Now it's just about evaluating your young talent now.
Yeah.
Getting them into the games, seeing who's going to be potentially be, a person that could try to help take this team over the top. Over the hump. So, right now they're playing against the Rockies. They beat them the last 2 games. They scored 20 runs. Their offense is picking up. Yep. A lot of people's coming back, Mortes and stuff like that off of injuries and stuff like that.
No mathematical chance at making the playoffs, huh?
None. We're 20 games out of 500. So,
come on, Buccos.
It's not going to happen, man.
We started the season.
I feel like we got to
so
change management. I feel like it's time to change. Get a new voice in there. Get somebody that's willing to take some risk.
Yeah.
Stop, selling all your young talent away. do it like how Houston did it. You know, Houston built within the organization. They stunk for a few years, but they believed into their farm system. They believed into their scouting. And they got good players because they was a bad team all them years. So you're going to acquire good players just from that. So you got to, it's all about the development. You know, you have people that develop these players and see it down the line with 3-4 years down the line and say, okay, we could potentially be a team that can, you know, fight for a pennant.
And that's management jobs.
And now they're doing it every year. So.
Management in Pittsburgh has to do that. It's not enough to just have a beautiful stadium and go. I mean, the stadium is gorgeous.
Well, the owner is a lot to blame.
When you go there, you have a good time. Every time I go to a game, I have a great time. And we lose. So, you know, let's just not do the stadium. Let's do the team as well. You know what I mean? Well, thank you for that sports report, bro. Anything else you want to mention?
Well, yeah, the Penguins is getting ready for camp. So
Penguins getting ready for camp. Okay.
And they're another example that, you know, they was bad for a few years, but they believed into their farm system. Crosby's, the Malcolms, you know, they required people to come around them. You know what I'm saying? Because they wanted to fight, you know, for that Stanley Cup, and it ended up working because they got what, 2 or 3 out of the deal. So you know, it's just you gotta be the guy that's willing to spend some money, you know, acquire talent, get your development team in there, get your scouts in there, and develop these players and you know, get the full potential out of them.
I think we're going to be in a race next year too with the Penguins.
I believe that. Oh, for sure.
We always seem to come back in the race.
Definitely.
So. Yeah, man, that's cool, man. Appreciate that.
Oh, no doubt.
Well, Pittsburgh, we was actually down to Ribfest, man, and we don't have no regatta, so the Ribfest stepped in and provided a lot of excitement in the city of Pittsburgh. I'm working down a Lock and Dam right now, and we got that river opened up, so I see all the yachts coming through, and you know me, I ask people, where are you going? They say, we're going to the Ribfest. Taking the boat down to the Ribfest. Must be nice. Realize I'm in the wrong business. I need to be on the boat going to Ribfest.
All the time. You can give me Ribfest every week.
Right?
And I will be there.
Right? Well, we actually have some footage of us being down at the Ribfest.
Yes, sir.
What's called a What's Good Pittsburgh field trip. And we want to show you a little bit about the time we had down there at the Ribfest. Check this out.
Live and in person, baby.
Look at that, Doug. Live and in person.
What's good, Pittsburgh? We're here.
What's good, Pittsburgh? You know what it is. We down here at the Ribfest. What's your name, brother?
Hassan.
Hassan. And your name?
Ryan, guys.
Ryan. What are you guys doing down here at the Ribfest?
So right now we doing energy. You know what I mean? My man Ryan. He's here today. You know, enjoying the event.
You get some ribs yet?
Yeah, I got them ribs real good.
Who you going with?
Yeah.
Who do you think's the champ?
Champ? Armadillos, man.
Armadillos?
Crazy,
I heard of them. You already know about them armadillos. We was out here last year representing them.
When you get in contact with me, my name's Hassan. You reach me at Hassan, HASSON.PETTY120 at gmail.com. That's how you get in contact with me.
For sure. If you guys want to check us out, mypoweroption.com, Indra Energy, usually representing pretty much every single major Pittsburgh event, so come check us out.
You like it down here?
I love Pittsburgh.
We try to be hospitable. Where you from?
South Carolina.
Okay. South Kakalaki? Okay, South Carolina better. Hey, this one is autographed copy though. That one's an autographed copy. What's good, Pittsburgh? Check us out, man. You gonna be on there?
Basement remodeling, pretty much whatever you're getting into, we come out, we do free estimates. We're doing up to 20% off from being here at the Rib Festival.
Really?
Yep, it's a good way to get a price, see what's out there, and how much it's going to cost you to get done. Yep.
Now let me ask you this: can our viewers from What's Good Pittsburgh get that same 20% off?
Yes, sir. Just let them know that
All
you're here.
Hold up the sign for me one time. What's good, Pittsburgh?
Go to Pittsburgh.
Now hold up your sign.
All right. We got this right
There
here.
we go. Look at that, Pittsburgh. 20% off.
20% off.
Holla at him.
Holla.
What number should they use, bro?
It's 412-726-0071. That's my direct cell phone line. I'll set you up with an appointment.
What's good, Pittsburgh? We out. It's always a good time, baby.
Always, man.
It's always a good time. Racks on racks on rags.
Oh, man. Sides on sides, too. So, yes. Anytime we can go out to a Ribfest, man, I will be there front and center.
Yeah.
And What's Good Pittsburgh will be there.
Front and center. We love y'all, man. We appreciate all the love that was shown down there.
Sure.
Everybody who got to talk to us. We gave away a lot of gifts, a lot of bumper stickers. So if y'all see those What's Good Pittsburgh bumper stickers rolling around out there, you know, hit us up. We'll shoot them out to you. Get our comments, subscribe, like. You want a free bumper sticker? I'll send it out to you. You want a free banner? I'll send it out to you. Give me a like, a subscription, a comment. We'll make it happen. Free shipping even. But that was fun. That was fun. I really enjoyed myself.
Oh, man.
You know, I took them things.
This is the best time of the year, you know?
Yeah.
Cookouts, food.
We missed the regatta, but being down here at the Steelers Stadium on the eve of, you know what I mean? The game's getting ready to go back on. We getting ready to beat the Patriots.
Oh, yeah.
We're going to win that first game.
I can't wait for that.
We're going to win that first game, Patriots. Y'all in trouble.
All y'all doubters.
Uh-huh.
I'm telling you right now, Steelers is going to shock some.
That's right.
Shock a lot of people out there.
That's right. And we like having fun in Pittsburgh.
Yes.
And speaking of which, we're going to continue to have fun. We got Tim Fitzgerald here from the Fitz Realty Group. And he's going to talk to us about some things he's doing. We're excited to have him. You know, Dunny's going to pick up his cue card. And we're going to keep it moving. So let's get Timmy out here, shall we? All right, we're back as promised. And we're here with the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Timmy Fitzgerald. How are you doing, my brother?
Well, Mike, I'm blessed to be here.
Don't leave me hanging.
Thank you, my man.
Brother. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So good to see you, brother. I've known you since, well, before you was born.
It's true. Before I was even born.
Your mom and grandparents, I've known them for so many years. I'm blessed to be on your show today.
Oh,
so
man.
thank you for having
me.
me. And Danny, thank you. Dude.
Anytime,
Yep.
man.
You're a wizard on that.
Oh, man.
See that stuff on the Lakers, that was amazing.
Yes.
Come on, you're just amazing. So anyway, I'm blessed to be here today. Thank you for having me.
We're glad to have you here.
Yeah,
now, a lot of people remember you, Tim, from Cochran, from Bowser, from Fitzgerald Ford out in Wexford, you know, and you selling cars everywhere. 1 million people in Pittsburgh got cars from you.
Yes.
You know, you are that guy.
Well,
so
we did help a lot. We're blessed to help thousands of people actually over the years.
My family have been tremendously blessed by you. I mean, even people that are close to my family, they say, hey, do you know anybody that deals with cars? And I always send them to you.
Yes.
And they still have those vehicles and they still love the customer service. I mean, you was just a guru. Are you still doing cars or what are you into now, bro?
I've the door in the car business after 31 years kind of closed for me, but because I've known so many people and had so many connections over the years, I've been able to still be a blessing to a lot of folks. So I just recently had a young couple call me. They were working on a Kia deal, and they were kind of nervous about what to do, and I kind of coached them through the deal, and actually we ended up saving them about $3,500. So they were pretty happy after. Of course, you know, in the car business, everybody pays a certain amount for a car. It's usually in a trade, and most dealers kind of, I don't want to say get you, but you don't know what a car's worth, so they kind of, and for me, I've been in it a long time, so I can help coach them through it. And what usually happens is once I start talking, they know that I know.
They know you know.
And they back down. So they just don't, so it gives you, the big brother in your corner, it gives you, most of the guys, what they're asking on that side, the salespeople, I've already wrote the script. So training, so I know what they're saying. So it's okay. They're doing what they're doing what their job is, you know. But our job on our side, since I'm a free agent now, I can get you the best possible deal. So
man, I appreciate that. So you're still pretty much the guru, but you're like the independent agent behind the scenes.
So, but what I've tried to do is now I brought all that knowledge, that negotiation power, customer service is really the big thing.
Absolutely.
Micah and Denny, that kind of sees somewhat missing in the real estate market over to real estate.
Real estate.
Yeah. So
okay.
And you know,
so that's what you're doing now. You're in the real estate.
I'm a realtor. I'm a real estate agent. So I work for Keller Williams, who's a great agency. So I can help people anywhere in the country. I also do work with work on properties. We're flipping properties to Fitz Group Property Management. So which has been a great blessing too. So, you know, having some of that experience really helps me help other people. I've just had another young couple, they're looking at their first house, and it's scary. You know, unfortunately, a lot of these folks, when they're coming in, they don't realize all the hoops that they have to go through when they're buying a house, especially with the mortgages. And my job is to help them through that part. and get the best possible deal on the house. So stuff that they may not look at, might not see. Hey, listen, I think we can get something better than this. You know, we probably looked. I was helping this young couple that's down in Beaver, and they're looking in multiple places. You know, it's their first house. They look like when you see them when you see the pictures, the job of the pictures is to get you in the door.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
But that's pictures. They say pictures tells 1,000 words till you get there, and then
Till you actually get there.
you see what the deal is, and you say, "Ah, wow, that was a wide angle lens on that."
Right.
So, but bottom line is, you really help people understand what they're looking at, and find that and if with confidence can negotiate. Negotiating is my thing.
Yeah.
So, and help them get the best possible deal. And on the other side, when they're selling, they also can help them get the most possible for their house, because you're going out there and you're not afraid to ask, but you also justify why they should get the most for their home and help them. Because some people, they don't know, and maybe they overprice their house, and it sits on the market a long time. You got to be honest with them and walk them through the process.
That's very interesting that you're into that, because when I bought our house, it was like some of those things they were talking about. It was like speaking Chinese. We didn't know what they were talking 100%. About. We didn't know how to interpret it. We heard the numbers, but a lot of that stuff, like I said, was just like a totally different language.
And that's where, coming from the car business, understanding what people are, what you're from, and understanding, hey, listen, okay, what does that mean? Well, this is what that means. That means that car, your house payment's going to be $1,150 a month, okay, because the taxes are high, or because the school taxes are high, or hey, this is actually, even though the price of the house is higher, because the taxes are lower, your monthly payment's only going to be this. And let's face it, most folks live by the monthly payment. There's only a few people out there buying cash for a house.
Right.
You know? Really.
Pretty much athletes and
right. There's believe me, a lot more mortgage stuff than you think. But
really?
Oh yeah. It is what it is. I don't want to go into that. But ultimately, a lot of people think that, just because I buy the house, they don't realize all the other pieces that come together, whether it's the school taxes and all the other things, that homeowners insurance. And you want to make sure you're buying in the right neighborhood. People move on average, according to the National Real Estate Association, 7 or 8 years. Think about that. 8 years from now, you're already in another house. Well, if you went in upside down on the house, didn't put no money down, unless the market's smoking hot, which fortunately right now it is a hot market, but it takes a dip. Then you got to sell. You got to come up with money.
Yeah, you're gonna be there longer than 8 years.
Yeah, that's tough. So we like to educate people going in, so long term. This is your life. This is where you're planning your kids, your family, everything you want to do. Your long term things, so when you're going in what you're doing.
Well, I think that's a great transition from you, just from car sales, because you were the car sales manager. You wasn't the guy on the floor out there taking people to cars. You were the guy that they came to see if they could make this deal or whatever. You were the man. You know what I mean?
You was always the deal maker.
You was always the deal maker.
He was always able to keep them comfortable and and juice them up and be able to get that sale. You know what I mean?
Plus the other side is getting them everybody financed.
That's
the big thing. Financing for it. That's the big thing.
And I tell you a bunch of times, Pittsburgh, my credit wasn't right.
It happens.
He made it happen. I need a vehicle to go to work. A couple different times, Timmy, I come to you with no vehicle for whatever happened in life, and I go to him, and he made it happen every single time. Not just for me, but for anybody that I sent down there, he would make it happen. And I really appreciate that. So that transition from car sales to real estate, I think that's going to be something that's really good for you, because you've always been very informative. And customer service has always been number one for you.
That's the key. People buy or don't buy based on how they feel. Number one reason. They don't trust you. If you feel good about your decision, that's you have to feel good about your decision. You could have the best deal in the world, but it's a bad you don't feel good about it, don't make any difference. You got to feel good about what you're doing. And that's the key is you got to trust and feel good about your decision. Because that's what it really comes down to.
Now, when you were with Fitzgerald.
No, it's Schultz. Yes, Schultz.
Fitzgerald, wasn't it Schultz and Fitzgerald?
That was Schultz Ford.
Okay, just Schultz Ford in Wexford. I remember you all the time on those commercials with Myron.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mr. Terrible Towel himself, Mr. Myron Cope. And some of you older folks, I'm only 4 and 4, but some of you older folks will remember, you know, Timmy on those commercials with Myron Cope. And they were funny. They were funny.
He was a funny guy. He was awesome.
Is that some of the things that...
Well, you know, Myron, first of all, he was a true professional. Bled black and gold, but bled Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
I mean, that is the really... Knowing him on that level, when you see him on TV, it's one thing. But knowing him on this level, was such a tremendous... He had a heart of gold. So I remember the first time I sit down doing a radio commercial, never did one in my life, and I'm shaking like a leaf. I mean, literally, I'm holding the paper like this. I said, Mr. Cope, I am so nervous. He reaches over me and says, don't worry, son, I'll make you a star. Just like that. Just like that.
Don't worry, son.
I'm going to make you a star.
I'm going to make you a star.
I'm like, wow. But he said it in such a calm, sincere, confident voice.
Yeah.
The man's in charge. When he spoke, the whole room listened. Literally, he was like the original E.F. Hutton kind of guy.
Yeah.
You know,
Well, he's pretty much he's like a legend.
He was a legend, and he was the
so.
talent. So when he would go out on his yoys, he'd be doing all kind of crazy stuff. And the production guys, God love them, they'd have to leave half of it on the floor.
Leave a lot of yoys on the floor.
He would get so mad because I'm the talent, you know. Myron, we only have so much time, because he would stretch it all out. But it was, it was awesome. And you would be bust out laughing. You couldn't but laugh when you're dealing with him because he would make everybody laugh. You know, just the way he was, you know.
I think he came. Ain't he the one that invented the terrible towel?
Yes.
So that was. You know,
he's original. I mean, there's nobody.
Big piece
Myron,
of the city.
Big piece of the city.
Myron is about as big as they get.
If you're Terrible Towel, don't say the official Myron Cope Terrible Towel. Don't know where you got it from, because even in the strip district, they'll sell you an original Terrible Towel.
Myron's all that.
Yes, Myron's the man. Rest in heaven, Myron. We'll see you when we get there, baby.
Great man.
Great man. Donnie, did you have a question about Myron?
Well, yes, I was going to ask him, pretty much like we already touched on it, but I was going to say that, what's your experience of working with a legend like that from the city, and just a legend in sports, period, as a writer and everything.
So, if you know the things that help me remember Myron the most was, first of all, the times that he took time to explain things. And he didn't assume that, you knew everything that he would. He was a master at helping you. And a lot of times that gets lost. Second thing he would do, man went through a huge amount of pain. He had a lot of pain in his body. And he never talked about it, never complained about it, never said anything. You wouldn't know, but when you're looking at him, you wouldn't think so.
Right.
But he had a huge amount of things he was dealing with, especially in his back. And I don't want to get into all kind of specifics, but but the thing was, the man was a supreme professional.
Yes.
When he's dealing with people, he made you feel good, and you can't replace that.
Yeah.
It wasn't just
That's special,
When
man.
you mentioned the teams, and when you mentioned Steelers, and when you mentioned Pittsburgh, you pretty much, had to put him in there.
Yeah, you have to. You can't separate
He's
it.
a part of that. You know what I mean?
Very
you had to hear a
influential.
comment from Myron on anything.
Yeah.
You had to. When you're listening to him speak, they have to give Myron a shot to say something.
Say
because it was
something.
He just said so many great things. I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
The yoy, who had yoy before Myron?
Exactly.
Nobody that I remember.
He put the towel on the map.
And
put the towel on the
his
map,
journalists around sports, period, respected him so much. When he passed away, you seen him showing love on Sports Center, Fox Sports,
everywhere, bro.
He was
highly
respected.
I mean, he was
very
pretty much
inspirational to me.
Yes.
Very, because I go through a lot of pain. We talked about that, Donnie, with Andrew Luck, about dealing with pain in sports. And, we all go through something, Pittsburgh. A lot of us have physical ailments that we don't talk to people about. for a lot of different reasons. For one, most people don't even care.
So,
you know,
they really don't. They got their own problems.
They got their own problems. They don't want to hear about your back or your neck or your feet or your legs. So, but the truth of the matter is, some of us are living with a lot of pain. I encourage you to take care of yourself. Mention it to your family members and your loved ones. Because if it's something that could be looked at now, you want to get it now before it gets chronic, before it gets too bad. So if you're living with pain, like I am, talk to your family members, go see your doctors, make your appointments. You know, we're tough here in Pittsburgh, and a lot of times we're still city members, so we keep things in and we don't say nothing. It's usually those people that are laughing the hardest, smiling the biggest. Those are usually the people that are going through the most. So encourage each other, be there for each other, man. Timmy, this is a blessing, man. I'm so glad to have you here. Now, what's your realty group? What type of special, say it again?
Fitz Group Realty.
Fitz Group Realty. You can see it right here at the bottom of your screen with his contact information. And being that they have that information, for our viewers, what type of discounts or promotions or anything that are you willing to give to our viewers to get them to call your phone and get them into your business?
So you're in such a unique platform here.
Okay.
I'm really proud of you, really I am.
Thank you.
Like I said, if your grandparents are here, they'd be so excited. Anyway, so just for this particular platform, if you're listing your house with me, I'm gonna offer 1% off the standard commission rate. So at a $100,000 house, that saves you $1,000. On a 200, to save you $2,000. So it's a substantial savings.
Substantial.
Yes,
So for somebody who would list me, that would be only with folks listening here.
For What's Good Pittsburgh, you hear that?
You gotta say that
tune
for me
in.
to know.
If you don't say it,
If you about to become a new home buyer.
yes.
No, it's whom seller. If you're
Home seller. If you're selling your house.
selling your house,
Excuse me.
selling your house, you're listing. Yes.
You can get that sold.
can
Timmy
get
will
that
take
sold.
care of that thing.
Save some money in your pocket.
1%. Gonna save some money.
People that are buying, I'm negotiating a deal up front anyway for them. So
Okay.
To help them get the best deal.
So if you're buying-
you really don't cost them that. They don't paying any commission. So they
For the
pay-
negotiation.
Yeah, and that's just part of what you do.
Okay.
The people that when you buy that sell the house, they pay that.
Right.
Okay.
So if you're buying a house, call them. If you're selling, definitely call and get your deal from What's Good Pittsburgh. Make sure you mention us. If you don't mention us, he don't know you're watching.
Right.
So make sure you mention us and get that deal from Timmy. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns about home ownership or even buying a home or getting involved, if you're thinking about it, call Timmy. Call Timmy. He's the man. He'll help you work through the process. This is an individual that really knows what he's doing and knows the type of people you need in your corner. If you're going to be talking sports, I would say talk to Dunny. You talking cars and realty? Call Timmy.
Thank
You want to talk about construction? Call your boy. You know what I mean? So everybody has their roles to play. We're going to help you out, Pittsburgh, make things a little bit easier for us and our viewers. Man, thank you, Timmy.
Yeah, thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Well, we want you to stick around a little bit because we're going to finish the show.
Okay.
And maybe you can interact with us there, too.
Absolutely. Be glad to.
All right.
Be glad to.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get into a trivia questioning. This is the segment that we like to call Cash and Prizes.
Cash and Prizes.
Ching, ching,
My man.
bling, bling. So for our Cash and Prizes segment, we didn't do a trivia question last week, but we are going to do one this week. And let me tell you this about the trivia question, guys. Every episode that we've shot, and this is our 6th episode, we usually have a trivia question. We had it on 5 already, okay? The trivia question has a first place winner, a second place winner, and a third place winner. So if you don't get that first place question prize, you could get the second. The first place prize carries $25, second place $15, third place $10. Now I've been looking at our videos and the first place prizes have been gone. But there's still a second and a third place prize out there
Which I haven't got yet.
that nobody's answering. This is an internet show, so just because we shot it 4 weeks ago, you can still answer that question. Go get you some money.
Yes.
It's on the table.
Sounds money. Let somebody laying money on the table.
They're leaving money on the table out there, Timmy. It's sitting. We can't touch it. We already segregated the money. We already put it to the side. It's there for
They got me
you.
ready to answer them questions and go and get some of that.
Now, if we was cheating, then those questions would be answered, wouldn't be no money left. We ain't cheating. We want y'all to have it.
Opportunity, exactly.
We want y'all to have it, man.
That's fantastic.
So we didn't do a trivia question last week. The one before that we did do with which NFL team went to 4 straight Super Bowls. Not going to give you the answer for that. Light Bright won that one too. Mm-hmm. She's killing y'all out there. Light Bright, you got another $25 gift card coming. She's a wizard. Yeah. She's our 3-time defending champ.
Wow.
Okay, so she got that one. Light Bright, you'll be getting that 25 gift card. I'll be sending that to you this week. And we have another trivia question.
Yes.
You ready for it?
Get into it.
You ready for it, Timmy?
I think this will going to be a little harder for him.
Yeah, we're going to make this a little harder. Light Bright, you ain't getting this one. Watch this. All right. This is the question. When and where, so it's 2-part, when and where was the first professional football game played? Okay?
Professional.
First professional football game played. That means there was some money involved. There was a payment made.
That means we went the year,
and
the location.
And the place. So, okay? When and where? When and where was the first professional football game played?
Got me on that one.
Think about it. If you know it, Timmy, you're eligible too. You just have to give us a subscription, a like, and answer in the comment below. Now, if you comment on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, just put it in the comment section. Give me your answer. I'm checking it all. I'm checking all 4 of our media outlets for the answers. And I'm telling y'all now, there's money on the table.
So
nice.
Go get your money.
Go get it.
If you don't want no money, don't go get it.
All right.
Don't go get it. If you don't want no money, if you good, don't go get it. But for those of you who would like an extra $10, $15 just for watching this show,
I can use it all the time. So
answer the question.
Yeah.
I'm going to send it out to you for free. All right. This is cash and prizes. All right. Now, gentlemen, are there any final thoughts? Anything else you guys want to mention or bring up to our viewers before we go ahead and take off for today?
I just wanted to, touch on just, God just been blessing us, man, with, a lot of opportunities, a lot of outlets for us, man, and a lot of great people that we done met, from this platform that we have. So I'm truly blessed to be able to do this when we're able to do it, because we do have, things that we do other than our lives, and with our personal things that we do with our families and everything like that. But just, being able to have this opportunity to do this and interact with, the people in Pittsburgh and whoever's listening, wherever they're at. And,
all over the world.
Yeah, so, I'm truly blessed to be able to do this, man. And I appreciate all the viewers that tuned in and like and subscribe to our channel. And, I just, keep tuning in, man, because, I love it. I love this. So
it's like therapeutic for me.
Yes, I love it.
They say I talk a lot anyway. I get that from my grandmother and my grandfather. He knows. It's not my fault, Pittsburgh.
Trust me, I know too.
Yeah, Dunny knows.
I know.
He knows. He family. He knows. It's not my fault, Pittsburgh. So they said, you having a talk show is actually perfect because it gives you an opportunity to have your outlets. I do. My mama, my daddy, my grandparents, they all talk, but we be saying something. We talk about the Lord, talk about love.
Amen.
Timmy, you got any final words?
Well, just what Denny was saying, and there's an old saying that if you sow a testimony, you reap a testimony. And I think when you say what God has done for you and you're blessed, and I feel so blessed to be here today, but the opportunity, I think he wants you to tell other people what God's done for you and what Jesus has done for you. I think it opens them up to see other things that are happening in their life, because it's easy to focus on the negative and get narrow-minded. But when you get your hands up and praise God and thank God for what he's done, you know what? There's something to be said there, because people want to hear what God's had for you. Your most powerful thing you have in your life is your own personal testimony.
Exactly.
Nothing more. People want to know what God did for you. There's nothing more powerful than that.
You're absolutely right. And the scripture boldly declares that we overcome the enemy by the blood of the Lamb and by the word of our testimony. Yes. So if God did something for you, you got to tell it. He didn't do that for you to keep it to yourself.
That's right.
He has to You let that get out. That's how you overcome. You'll be better in life by sharing your testimony with people. If God did that for you, it's not just for you. Somebody could be blessed. Somebody could get encouraged by their faith just because you shared a word of testimony with them. You don't know what they're going through.
Right.
You don't know what they're going through. You share that word, they may be going through the same thing, and now they have a way out. Now they believe that they could get out of that thing because God brought you through.
That's right. He did
You
it for you.
encourage
He's not
me.
a respecter of persons.
It's not a respecter of person. It's one God, same God. Well, for me, everybody, you know, I always like to leave y'all with 3 words, 3 rules to live by, you know, as we end the show. And we do that strategically because here at What's Good Pittsburgh, we want to tell y'all about what's good in Pittsburgh. And we want to give you that positive inspiration. And we can't do that without God. I could tell you various things that may tantalize your ears, may, you know, tickle your ears. But if I don't tell you what God says, it won't last very long.
That's right.
You know what I mean? You don't need to hear from Micah. You need to hear from the Lord. Okay? That's going to last forever. He says, heaven and earth may pass away, but my words
Not pass away.
will never pass away. So we're going to leave you with 3 things. And it comes out the word. Love God, love one another, and love to do good. Peace. Shalom.